So in this video, we'll show you how to install the screen rotating mount for your Tesla Model 3 or Y. This is the Generation 2 swivel mount that allows you to rotate 30 degrees to the right and left, as well as tilt 15 degrees up and down. This kit comes with all the tools you need for the installation. This is the wrench that will allow you to open up the 10mm bolt. It also comes with a couple, two Allen wrenches. This is the Hexagon 5 and the Torque 25 screws. So make sure you utilize these tools for the installation. Here's the 3 screws for your temperature sensor. And you also have this Allen wrench for torquing and tightening up the swivel mount. You have this pry tool initially for opening up your cabin temperature cover. It also has a smaller hexagon Allen wrench and a screwdriver. So you might not need all the tools depending on if you have Gen 1 or Gen 2 center console, but they have all the tools you need here. As for the kit itself, here's the cover for the rear of the display. And you also have a different cover for your temperature monitor. Right side is the Gen 1 center console and left side is the Gen 2 center console. So you only need to use one of those. And here's stabilizer cover for your dash. This is the dash cover. Very clean look. And the mount itself. So this, again, is the Gen 2 mount that allows you to swivel up and down, left and right. It's very sturdy and well built. You have 2 additional hexagon screws. That's the torque screw T25 that you will be using to attach the mount to the actual display. Make sure you turn off and power down your display. And first off, you want to open the bottom part of the display. So right behind underneath the display, use this thinner part of the pry tool, stick in, and it will pop right out. So no need for additional tools. Don't try to use a screwdriver. You'll damage that cover. This is your temperature control. So this is right underneath where that cover uses open. You want to unscrew 2 torque screw, the hexagon screw, using the small Allen wrench that they provide you. And here's the screw. Just toss everything in the cup holder so you don't lose it. And unscrewing the second one. So I prefer this method instead of pulling out the actual wire itself. So this will remove this cover. You will no longer need this cover after you install this mount, but make sure you save it in case you want to switch back. So also save the screws and put them in a safe location, preferably in the trunk or the front or the hidden compartment of your vehicle. So up next is the main bolt that you need to loosen up. These are the 10mm bolts. It's located right beneath the display behind the cover that you just removed. And you want to loosen it up with the wrench that they provide. And after you loosen it up, it does require a little effort. You can unbolt it with your fingers. So just loosen it enough where you can actually use your fingers to take them out. Again, counterclockwise, lefty-lefty. For both of those bolts. Don't worry about the display, it's not going to fall off on you. So after you got the bolt removed, make sure you have a microfiber or a thick cloth, place it on your display so you don't damage the front of your display, and then just pull the display vertically, horizontally outwards. Be very careful not to yank it out, just wiggle it out because the wire to the main display is still attached. And then once you rest the display onto the cloth, now you can go ahead and remove the adapter using the actual wrench itself that is provided with the kit. So this cover adapter on the rear of the display will also no longer be needed. You want to store this in a safe location in case you want to switch back, but the kit does come with a shorter cover. And those 2 hex screw you want to place in the cup holder. You will be using those again for the new cover that comes with the actual mount. And then to unplug the wire, you want to remove the stabilizer clip. And then there's a indent latch. You want to press that in, simultaneously pull out the plug. So you just want to wiggle it a little bit. You don't want to damage the actual plug itself, so be very careful here. It does require a little bit of force, but don't yank it out with extreme force. You may damage the plug or the wire itself. So once you've done that, go ahead and place the actual metal mount onto the dashboard, and it just slides right in. So once you have it in, you use the 2 original 10mm bolt that came with the vehicle, and you want to go ahead and put this in. Tighten this very well with your fingers, and then torque it maybe another 2 to 3 times until you feel tight tension on both sides. You want this as tight as you can, but not over tighten it. So this will make sure it doesn't rattle when you're driving. Now go ahead and place the display wire through the new cover that came with the kit. And you want to attach the same nut and bolt that you took off earlier from the old cover from the rear of the display. Once you have that, place the other dash cover through the wire as well and lock it in behind the actual dash. Once you have that in place, you're ready to plug in the wires. So as you can see here, it's sitting flush. There's 3 clips right there. You want to attach that to the white or wood dash. Once you're satisfied with the seams, go ahead and put the cover, the rear cover, back on. And you want to screw these cover on with the same bolt that you took out earlier. And it's just the same whole process, just in reverse. I do prefer to plug in the wire first before I actually tighten up those bolts. So go ahead and plug in the display wire. And once you have it plugged in, now move the white lock mechanism to stabilize the wire. Some vehicle might not have this, but most should have it. Then place the new cover back on with the screw already intact. And go ahead and use that Allen wrench that is provided, the T25, and tighten it up. And that's it. So now you will slide the display back on, but now with the new mount, you want to go at an angle. So let me get a side view of the camera here. So at an angle facing down, and then you twist it forward. So now it's sitting on the actual new mount. You can use the new screw that came with the kit, the 2 screw that was next to the mount itself, and hand tighten it. And you want to make sure you torque this very well with the Allen wrench. And that's it. Now you have a swivel display.